with him now. Liquid to the finals, Cloud9 to play off against FaZe.
New York, Cloud9 needs you now more than ever. Make some noise, get Cloud9 back into this fight. FaZe Clan, they stroll their way to the grand finals here at ESL One, New York.
A North American team taking on FaZe. It's going to be amazing.
All right then, ESL One New York, we are here for a Sunday, second time. We are back in the Big Apple. Today is the day we will crown a champion here at the Barclays Center. And you know what, yesterday, what a fabulous day it was. The atmosphere in here, fully electric. We had great CS as well, and we saw a North American team make it through to today's final. Any Liquid fans in here? And they are taking on a team which is just an absolute band of rock stars. Made their semi-final look easy. Any FaZe fans? And that is what today is about, because it's a beautiful blue sky day outside in New York. Perfect to be indoors, to watch what could be the match of the year so far. And it really, really could be. $250,000. This is the trophy they are playing for. The lion's share is what they'll get of that if they take this title. So then, who's ready to meet the teams? I said, who's ready to meet the teams? Then New York, let us do that. So please welcome to the stage the first of your grand finalists. That is FaZe! But it takes two to tango. Our second grand finalist, a team that Carrigan said yesterday, if they beat FaZe today, they could call themselves the #1 Counter-Strike team in the world, a North American team calling themselves that. So please welcome Barclays Center. Please welcome to the stage a team that went through hell to make it to this point yesterday. That is Liquid! So the teams are going to sit themselves down. We've got jets firing off. They are ready for it. Who's ready for some Counter-Strike? Hell yeah, who's ready for some Counter-Strike? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
The All-Stars of FaZe Clan versus North America's very own Team Liquid.
What a summer it's been for the Liquid organization. Not only did they win the International in Dota, they've had 2 straight finals in Counter-Strike, which may have been even less likely up against a team of rockstars, as OJ affectionately put it, FaZe Clan.
They're a hard-hitting team of rockstars, I have to say. The power these guys possess is something that's ungodly. It's going to be very difficult to beat them. They haven't really been tested this tournament, but Liquid have looked great, Matt. This is one of the best forms I've ever seen them in, and they seem to be going from strength to strength right now. Very tactical team with a powerhouse unit themselves. So it should be a fantastic final, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes the full distance and we see all 5 maps.
All 5 maps is a possibility. It'll be Liquid that has more to prove in trying to put it that far. And what a chance it's been taken, I guess you could say, by FaZe Clan. They had a team that was already successful in making 4 straight finals. The one tournament that they failed in doing so obviously was the major, and instantly they got 2 players that I thought were performing quite well to take a risk on 2 players that you could argue have never reached their peak since injury, both of them around the same time, early 2016. I was going to say end of 2015, but early 2016.
But both of the new additions, Olofmeister and Guardian, at one point have both been the best player in the world. The potential level of this 5-man unit is off the scale. Guardian's been finding form once again. Olofmeister looking like his old self, and the way they've been performing so far. Sure, only 4 maps so far, but it's looked lights out. No one can touch them. The likes of Astralis getting blown out the water by this 5-man unit. And Liquid, they've been doing their homework. They're definitely going to be ready for this 5-map affair. The tactics will be there. Zeus will be influential throughout this one, trying to keep them level-headed, and they have got some amazing fraggers themselves. You think about Twists going at it. You think about Elige, the best North American player. They definitely have enough to go toe-to-toe with these guys.
Well, toe-to-toe, they'll try and go. Liquid gets ready to roll. Obviously, they get the huddle, get the talks done. And you said about the 2 players, Guardian and Olaf, both have been #1 in the world at individual times. By the way, Guardian, second time he's been on the stage in New York. They mentioned it on the desk. The only $250,000 plus. Exactly that. The only $250,000 plus event he's won last year, the only event that Na'Vi won since bringing in Simple.
Sure.
And now he finds himself on a whole other roster as Guardian, and I think a roster that could make him a repeat New York champion.
I think it's very possible. I tweeted out earlier, I think FaZe will do this. I do think it'll be all 5 maps. 3-2 is where I'm going this one. Obviously, that's a little bit of a knife's edge. Liquid definitely had the potential to win this grand final as well. We haven't seen FaZe really tested yet against a really tactical side, so hopefully Liquid can show up today. I think the first map is going to be fantastic. Inferno, what a classic to kick things off there. Liquid, very well versed, and we've seen some great things from them on this particular map, and it can be a high fragging affair as well. FaZe can certainly be aggressive. We're going to see some high octane Counter-Strike coming from the likes of Guardian, Nico especially. We haven't even mentioned him yet. One of the world's absolute best going at it. It should be a fantastic map here. And I really do hope Liquid finds some early momentum. I want them to get out the trap hot. Maybe get a pistol, first gun round, really kind of set the tone for the match and start testing FaZe Clan. I don't want to see any 16-4s here. No 16-5s. I want to see them actually go double digits throughout this series.
Prove it or I'll kill you.
Whoa.
Well, he's certainly got a lot of good trash on the stage that wants to make short work and garbage out of Liquid. We get started on Inferno. Liquid has played it to good success this weekend, although it's been long, drawn-out affairs each time. They beat Astralis in full 30 rounds to go 16-14, and obviously yesterday, in what was an incredible first map, they went to overtime against SK.
That was a hell of a series. That was fantastic. FaZe didn't really get tested too much against Cloud9. It was one of the quietest semi-finals, but still, you can't argue with the result they got. They looked phenomenal. And the first map, indeed, will be Inferno. It will be FaZe Clan starting on the CT side and Liquid on the T. It doesn't really matter too much in Inferno, I don't think. It's not as one-sided as it once was, so it doesn't really worry me too much for Liquid here. If they win the pistol, which is quite set in stone how it's run these days, a lot of teams just rushing towards B, staying as a 5-man unit, or going up towards A with a single smoke. I'm sure they can get rolling here. It's a map they're very confident on, and like we said, Zeus, their map. It will be very influential, making sure this team holds it together, don't get too nervous. We did see them in Mykonos in a best-of-5 against Mousesports last week, and they did have some very disappointing maps, so hopefully they can keep it together, and it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's time. FaZe Clan versus Liquid. Best-of-5 grand final, ESL One New York. It's going to be absolutely electrifying. Make some noise as we get into it. Team Liquid on the T side, FaZe Clan CT. We're going to have 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and we'll see where Team Liquid decide to go. Without the HE grenades, I doubt they head towards the B bomb site, but they are going to be challenging at the very start. Not rushing, and we'll see if FaZe have anything to bring to the table here in terms of aggression.
And challenge for Liquid immediately. They start T side. It's been the CT side that saved them on this map both times. They started there yesterday. And we want to stop cold to the match. Apparently Nitro does not have a radar, so no kills done. He'll leave the server.
Why did they do this to me?
Calm down, Henry. I know you wanted to hype everyone up.
Just as we got into it. Every time.
So stop cold. They'll do a full reset. Kerrigan gets awarded $300. It won't matter. They'll redo that. And we'll do it all again. No money, no kills, no damage exchanged. Henry, I know you're I think you were a little bit too excited and rambunctious. We got to settle the nerves down for you as well. So
I was ready, man. I was hyped up. That was it. That's all my energy gone now. I was hoping you were going to carry the rest of the broadcast.
Just all 5 maps.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, hopefully we can get that sorted very soon. That's just a case of restarting the game. Getting back in the server should be absolutely fine. You'd think you'd notice earlier on before I went live, you didn't have a radar, but each to their own. Obviously, a lot going on right now on stage. Nerves riding high, but I'm glad it's been spotted early on. We didn't get into the round. No kills were exchanged. So we'll have to, I'm afraid we'll have to build it up again. Maybe we can go even louder once we start again. But it looks like they're almost ready to go. I can see the readies here, man.
Well, they are ready.
Okay, take 2.
Take 2. Are you ready, Henry?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. That was when you were supposed to hype the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, ESL One New York Grand Final at the Barclays Center. FaZe Clan versus Team Liquid. Make some noise! There we go, even louder. We're into it. Team Liquid, T-side start, 3 sets of armor. PD50's out for Stanislaw. The smoke and flashbangs are there, and we've got radars. We're good to go.
I love it. Both of you guys, the crowd and Henry G, go much higher.
There we go.
On take 2, and we'll go much faster off the start for both teams, including some face down alt middle. Shots by Guardian. Stanislav is the one that wants to take the fight, and Guardian's easily going to pick up the kill. Fall back. No need to redress toward the stairs at Boiler. He'll allow Elige to take them, and Olaf can watch down the hallway instead. There's no need for both players to get caught in the crossfire. In the meantime, Twist and JDM will start to evaluate exactly what's going on toward Banana. Kerrigan and Nico are the 2 on the B site for FaZe, but they'll sit back passively after the first kill. They're willing to rest on their laurels. They know the USBs have the range, especially over the Glocks. Nitro, by the way, in-game leader, has elected to bring up 1 smoke. We'll see how that's implemented. Kerrigan has the same, plus a kit on the CT side.
Yeah, JDM does find the P250 that dropped. Well, some Stanislaw getting wrecked from Guardian from the bedroom position. So it's a 5-on-4. A nice, clean, early start for the FaZe Clan here. And it will be Liquid heading towards apartments. I assume they smoke towards library. That'll be Nitro. And then they'll flash out of the apartments area, try and overwhelm the CTs. But they've got Rain and Olofmeister everywhere on the map. You've got big names waiting for him. Here come the flashbangs. Who's going to frag first? It will be Nitro chiming in. And now we've got a chance that Lee joins him.
Joins him. JDM finds Olaf. So give them the space, and apparently Liquid are happy to take it. They'll walk into the A site, get a plant. They went passive. It costs them the smoke down early, but it'll hold off Kerrigan and Nitro for a moment longer. Or rather, excuse me, Nico. Kerrigan without the armor. Can't take straight duels. Nico needs to be the first in. More aggressive, and with shots of accuracy, he finds Nitro. Kerrigan gets the shot of range against JDM. It's all Elige, and it's all a retake from FaZe.
Do what you will and find those opening frags. The bomb was down, but Nico's coming for you. 2 headshots from hitting the silenced USB. There's too much to handle, and it was looking very good for Liquid after losing the first frag as well. The standard smoke towards Library, flashing out of the apartments. It seemed everything was going so nicely for them, but what can you do against this monster of Counter-Strike? Nico coming in, hitting absolutely everything. Down they go, and Team Liquid with the bomb down will have to take a Nico here. They've got 2 HE grenades. That does suggest they're going to be rushing towards Banana, trying to push the CTs back, and maybe trying to rush Banana. But boys, you left the bomb and spawn. Someone's going to have to go back and get that. Twist realizes, and back he goes. There it is. Never leave home without it.
Never. I check every day to make sure I have mine. Keep in mind as well that JDM was exceptional on this map yesterday. So was Twist. Elige has been consistent throughout. We've talked about it. The cores are firing for Liquid. That has to be the same again today. Winning the first round T-side means no utility to start them off. They'll sit back. Bomb plant did come in, so despite that, they go for a few pistols, but no armor, so a fast early buy still in the cards for Liquid.
Objective here for Liquid, just hope the CT makes a mistake. Capitalize on him. If someone overextends, tries to find frags, take them down, try and plant the bomb. You can see FaZe Clan preparing for the AKs in the next round. They've got 4 rifles. This is Counter-Strike I love to see. No SMG nonsense here. Get the rifles up. You know the AK is coming out next round. Keep a clean sheet this time, and then you're going to have the firepower and the utility to work with next.
Nearly got caught out, did Guardian. He had the smoke in hand, but still 2 kills and composure held. He can't quite refrag against Elige, who got the kill and faded off, but he's only got 22 HP, and it would take pretty much a miracle to run around the corner and catch Rain off, who spots his shoulder instead, twists the last alive. And I don't think there'll be a twist in the round of because he will go down, Olaf to get him. But now we get the AKs brought up early.
4 rifles over FaZe. Obviously, they dropped the UMP, recover Guardian's FAMAS, and they'll give that back to him. M4's coming out, so FaZe Clan more than ready to challenge these AK-47s, and now Liquid know that as well. Usually, on these sort of gun rounds as well, you like to stay at the 5-man unit and try and bully the SMGs, but Liquid can't really do that right now. They know it's a rifle-centric purchase. They've got 4 smokes to work with, actually 3, I beg your pardon. A couple of flashbangs and Elige with the Molotov, which he's expended already. That goes towards the bedroom. No aggressive play from the CDs just yet. They're treating this like a traditional gun round. Don't want to try and find that first pick. And it will be Nico and Karrigan actually pushing out towards the top of an arm. They've dropped a smoke and maybe flirting with the idea of spraying down towards T-steps just like that. I think they have got a dink in as well. That's Nitro at T-steps, Matt, who just got dinked through the smoke. So that's always a really horrible way to kick off the round. Very unlucky.
Especially if he wants to enter, as Storm is talking about. I always thought he was best on the entry role as well, but now in-game leading, he's gone back to it. It's going to be a problem. It can be sacrificial for trades if they can get that far, if they can get the map control to try and be quick toward a site. The problem is that Nico is going to hold off Banana. They won't have that free access. As a result of him being so far forward, they'll rotate Karrigan to watch Arch. They can stack the A site with Rain underneath the quad and Olaf and Guardian both in the site to watch both Rain's position by trading and the apartment.
He's doing so much damage. Oh, it's so frustrating for the Liquid boys. All 4 of them grouped up down there. He's taking Twist down to 3, Nitro 14. He probably doesn't even realize.
Doesn't need to. Backs off, knows that they're pushing toward the site. That'll bring Karrigan in, even if he sprays through smoke and catches stray bullets. There's 3 targets that will quickly go down. A stand backs to allow them in. Low HP in the first 2, Twist and Nitro. They need to trade off of them. If they're going to be sacrificial, they have to get kills in their favor. They can't. Karrigan, he gets stand down immediately after. And it's just JDM and Elige who will be desperate to get a bomb plant. They should do at least that. Good position from Elige.
Oh!
Better shot from Olaf.
Good night, Elige. It's going to be 3 versus 1, 4 versus 1 against JDM now as he tries to desperately hold off the AK-47. He gets 1, but that's all he'll get. FaZe looking sharp in the opening gun round there. And it was a very impressive way to kick things off with FaZe. Nico actually going towards the barrel position, spraying a ton of bullets towards T-steps, dinking up 2 players before seeing anyone. Frustrating, and Liquid did fully commit. Nico takes down 2. They got decent trades, essentially, but Karrigan getting the 3rd. Just biding his time, and that shot from Olafmeister towards the first Orange's position was very impressive indeed. 3-0 for FaZe, a nightmare start for Liquid here. They did get the bomb down. They'll have 4 saved loss bonus into the next round. So they'll take a bit of a partial bite here. CZs, P250s, 3 sets of armor, 1 smoke, and a couple of flashbangs to work with here. Objective once again, try and get that bomb down. Although we do know the CZ being very prevalent in current CSGO meta can cause a lot of damage, but that might not matter. Nico is looking aggressive, pushes Banana, takes down Stanislaw with that AK-47. He's getting in the zone, and he is one player you don't want to allow him to get his confidence up because he'll have to be an absolute nightmare going forward.
Rain, good find, catches JDM jumping through. Pistols won't amount to much. Bomb goes down inside of the smoke as well toward the mid wall, which now has Guardian, Karrigan, Olaf, and Rain.
It's a scary team, isn't it?
Yeah, all watching it. That is, yeah, saying those names in sequence.
Yeah.
A year ago, that would have been someone frothing at the mouth over a fantasy team, and now we have it on paper, and they've got a 4-0 lead against Liquid, who will go back to guns with a full lost round bonus. Need to start getting some kills on the board. They've only got 5 collectively after 5 rounds.
They certainly have set the tone for the game so far. As that AK-47 work towards the quad. It's Rain so strong in his position, had a fantastic tournament so far. It looks like all of them have, to be fair. Round number 5, JDM brings out the AWP. We need him to be influential in this game for Liquid to stand a chance. He has to go toe-to-toe with Guardian. Not an easy prospect, but smoked off for now. He goes just back towards middle, hoping the Guardian gives him something to work with here. CT smoke deployed. They can boost above that if they want to. So the team's going to be going for something quite quick here. Guardian realizes, has to fall back. Nice shot from Elige. Has to capitalize on it, but smoked out for now as Guardian finds Stan.
Decent shot from the op. Rain inside of the smoke. Nitro had no idea. Thought because the quad was clear, it was inviting. There'll be no party that he'll be a part of as Rain takes him down. Bomb dropped again toward the half wall with Guardian and Rain watching it. And Karrigan is sneaking up in the apartments behind them. They go up the stairs. Karrigan, he greets them and gets them both. JDM goes down. A perfect flank. Elige left alone inside of the pit. He'll fight valiantly. Gets one further against Rain. He's still unsure as to exactly where they've all gone because they're babysitting the bomb, and with Karrigan still inside of the hallways, it doesn't give him many options to work with.
Carrigan making them look a little bit foolish there with that flank. That's beautiful stuff from him. It's going to be a lead after finding the only 2 frags this round, up in the 3 versus 1. 50 HP, bomb down, but if ever there was a player to deliver in this sort of situation, he'd be the one I'd choose on the Team Liquid side. Coming from the arch now, hoping to find the first kill. Surely, FaZe don't give him anything to work with here. He can see the bomb, but so many crossfires have been established now.
Not able to find the first kill. Bought himself as much space as he could by going around toward Arch. It was the only option he had. But it is 5 straight rounds for FaZe. And even with the bonus, no plants. Liquid, they'll sit back and go for pistols. Twist already electing to bring out a Tech 9. Most people going back to the CZ75, but he's still keeping it old school.
Very few players are still running with the Tech 9, like 1 in each team. Everyone else on CZ. It's a more difficult weapon to master, I'd say, the CZ, but Tech 9 after its nerf doesn't seem as viable these days. We're going into round number 6, like he said. It will be quite the modest buy for Team. Look at a partial buy for sure. Upgraded pistols, some body armor as well, but we've got Stanislaw, man. He's on that 0 and 5 once again. I said he needs to avoid that going into this. Against FaZe, that's just not going to fly anymore. He's had that throughout the tournament. If he goes 0 and 10 again, that's going to be one of the main reasons they're losing this grand final. So he needs to start waking up. We need to see the best of him as we go further into the series here. Round number 6, 4 smokes available. An aggressive play once again from Nico and Carrigan. Just trying to spray bullets down towards the T-steps and lock out their Ts and making any sort of map control.
I'm taking. You have to ask Henry for permission. Stan. He'll sit back towards the top of alt middle. Nitro's going to get closer again with pistols. They've got to act quickly. Smoke wall down, which actually doesn't block off pit or the site. It goes across the mouth of the quad entrance, which will hold Olaf out of the Molotov. With the flash, does significant damage. If they can find and locate him fast enough, they can take him down. Elise does so. Jumping through with a CZ. Guardian is still inside of the site with an AWP. Bomb plant successful, but he just had to wait for the angle. Pistol goes back. He's tagged up, but Kerrigan swings wide to save him. And Nico takes out Elise, last player remaining. Liquid does get at least 1 more plant.
Nice execution there from Liquid. Good Molotov usage towards Graveyard. You can see things are uncomfortable for FaZe Clan there, but they're not finding the kills required. Bomb plant, very good. That is going to be the maximum loss bonus and the bomb going down. Really healthy buy here. They get the AKs out, the AWPs, all the utility to work with, but that hasn't been the problem really. It's been getting eviscerated by the FaZe Clan and their brutal aim every single time. One individual having an absolute blinder of a round and they can't hold on. They get good opening picks. We saw it in the first gun round. Alige completely took down all of Meister. They get towards the ace site and then just taken down by the crossfires. Nothing they could do about that. 6-0, and we'll take a pause. I did say in the pre-game map, Zeus has to be influential here. He has to hold this team together, give them ideas, what's going on, spot the flaws, and we'll see what he can do here. He's got to have about 30 seconds or so just to give his input and work out what the problems are. We haven't seen much fast-paced gameplay. And Matt, what have I spotted here? We have got a double AWP setup on the T side of Inferno. We normally discuss that the AWP on T-side Inferno is a cruel mistress at the best of times. Like getting opening picks at the start. If you're denied that, mid-round impact is very difficult. Nitro, who I'm really not that kind of excited about as a secondary AWPer, he's bringing it out as well. What's the play here?
Commit to banana and put the second one to watch mid, or get the second one to
Why is he just stabbed his own teammate? No, not JDM.
Worse.
Not the right clip backstab.
Oh no. Stanislaw, I think, was the one who did it. I'm not 100% sure. Nitro was ahead of him. It had to have been Stanislaw.
Can we get the replay and find out what happened?
It had to have been Stanislaw who accidentally just knifes JDM after
so he's on
double up setup. He goes down to 39.
He's on 0-6 and he's backstabbing his teammates as well. We won't call him out just yet until we
double
know.
Agent.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Let's get a replay and find out, please, production worker, what happened there.
Kerrigan's pushed all the way down banana already. They smoke off a double up setup, which is now locked out. Guardian's gone aggressive. If they had rifles, they could actually fight this aggression, but FaZe goes forward, doesn't get much, realizes they must be inside of the apartments. Kerrigan and Nico will go for a wall boost instead on banana. And Stan and JDM are all the way back down because of a single deep smoke that cut off the stairs rather than banana itself, all the way back down towards T-spawn. So now utility used just to get default map control back.
This is not looking good for Liquid. I'm still bemused by this setup. They've got a double AWP set on the T side. How are you breaking through to a bomb site? How are you going to have your best players actually set themselves up? But Nitro, he's believing in it. All of them heading towards Banana now with that double AWP setup. Twist towards the apartments. And Nitro, let's see what you got through the wall. And it was Stanislaw that did indeed stab JDM. That's confirmed. The assist comes in, and that's actually, it would have been a headshot. It would have killed him regardless, I think. But still, it does wreck your confidence at the start, right? You think, well, I can't be as aggressive aggressive anymore. One nade will kill me.
Well,
so this is confirmed.
And more so when you're down 0-6, you're right, one nade has to play a
Yeah.
little bit differently, but it's just the frustration of already struggling to get into the game and then something silly and avoidable. Nico inside of the site finds two before Stan does respawn, his first kill in the game, and he'll start to clear the site out as well, but has to be a little bit better at holding off for his teammates. He's going to go for the desperate bomb plant in a 1 versus 4 and denied in the last split second by Kerrigan.
This isn't looking good. I'm not feeling this at all from Liquid right now. They seem out of their depth. They seem wrecked.
Here it is, right? Oh,
Why is he doing? Why are you right-clicking a knife and spawn?
that's just, yeah.
What a disaster. Well, it's still, like I said, he gets hard shot. At the same time, wouldn't have made a difference. Lovely shot by Guardian, but it does just completely annoy you at the very start of the round. Still, maximum loss bonus, they will be forcing into this. It's not looking good here, Matt. 3 AKs, a UMP, and a CZ. And Rain's got the audacity just to push down middle as well with Guardian, spamming some shots towards T-steps. And the play comes through. Looks a little bit faster this time, straight towards the boiler room. Here's Elige. JDM and Stan hold towards second middle. There we go, Elige with that CZ. Looking for the double frag here, but Wolfmeister does take him down.
Molotov at the doorway meant that they couldn't go for the immediate trade back. Twitch tries to run out, but it runs into Rain. And Rain doesn't care about flames. He'll extinguish them with his AK, takes down Stanislaw as well. It's on to Nitro and JDM, who at least have AK-47s to work with. They have to slow the pace considerably. I've lost track of, after Elige getting a good shot, the ability to trade right away. Leaves quad occupied. They'll rotate Rain out, bring Olaf in for obvious HP reasons. Smoke gonna dissolve. Good find from JDM, but better find. Kerrigan trades off of it. Just as they had an opening, it all gets swept away by FaZe, who go 8-0, and you're right, this is not looking convincing. The bomb plants are even misleading, because in most cases, round 3 and round, if I do the math, 6, I think it was, they're both desperate plants. They're trying to get them down just to get money. It's not like they're doing it early enough to even give a post-plant situation any credit.
There hasn't really been a round where you thought, okay, this is a real chance to look, I guess, apart from the pistol. That's when they had the man advantage up against Nico and Kerrigan, 3-on-2, but they got completely blown out of the water, and they haven't recovered since. It's round number 9. Force buy once again. I guess a partial buy, but it's going to be a rush B through the smoke. Lambs to the slaughter, and Kerrigan and Nico just make mincemeat of them. 9-0. Liquid have not arrived in this grand final whatsoever. Desperate times. We won't take another pause just yet. They have got a buy available here. The orb comes out. No double orbs on the T-side anymore, please. Let's leave that idea at the door. I'm not sure where they're going with that one. Maybe it's a miscommunication, but that's just not a thing. Round number 10. 4 AK-47s, JDM on the AWP once more. And we've got aggressive play from Rain, mixing things up. He goes straight towards second middle as well. JDM has spotted him. Low HP for Nico, surely around him. And Nico takes down the first. JDM fighting back, but it's not enough. Olofmeister and Nico going to town. And it's once again a huge advantage for FaZe.
Your AWP pushes the smoke and gets a kill. He's just sitting in the open. With an AWP, he has to recock to get him another shot off, and no one pushes through for the trade. He completely is on his own. Liquid's well out of sync.
Yeah, this is just... to be fair, when I'm FaZe, that's the perfect time to throw things in. Just so you can feel they're floundering. They're trying to adjust to what you're doing. You haven't even thrown aggression in yet. Get down there, make them even more frustrated than they currently are. And you can see there's cracks almost certainly starting to form now. 4-on-2, flash out, boys. Hope for the best.
It'll catch Olaf. It won't catch Nico. It actually does. I'm surprised. So Nico couldn't peek on it. That let Twist get in. Unfortunately, he couldn't get a kill when he did so. And he gets found out by Kerrigan. It did blind both players, in fairness, but still, it was a desperate play at that point in time to go through a smoke. Finally, we get a pause called out from Liquid. 10-0, map 1. A map which Liquid has relied on in this tournament is looking rather grim.
Through the smoke. That's not bad at all from Nico. 2 of them, in fact, why not? Just 2 kills with the smoke, not a problem. And yeah, this is looking pretty horrible. Still not done though, Matt. For anyone at home who doesn't want to watch a ton of Counter-Strike, this game is not over. It's still 5 rounds to go. You get 3 or 4 on the board, which is still totally possible. It's still a game, so we won't get carried away just yet. Maximum loss bonus, no bomb going down in 4 rounds though. Can't really buy into this round. It has to be pistols again. CZs, smokes, and the executions have been okay. They have been getting out the apartments and getting bombs down. Just nothing to really excite me just yet to prove they can actually frag with FaZe Clan right now. I'm going to look at the frag charts, Matt. Get ready for this. Stanislaw, 1-10. Twist, 1-10. Nitro, 1-10. I guess that kind of paints a picture when your star players like that just are not fragging whatsoever. They've done nothing. So let's see what round number 11 brings, if it yields any fruits for Team Liquid.
Guardian, all the confidence in the world. He won't go aggressive, but goes to the angle that certainly didn't have the timing for and still holds it with an AWP. He'll continue to be aggressive toward Boiler, and Rightfully so, Liquid has put pressure on that part of the map, more so than Banana because they've been struggling to get control of Banana. Maybe Zeus is deathly scared of it.
We'll see.
They go out. The apartments flashes, timed correctly this time with its pistols, and Rain goes down early. That's a favor for Elige, but they're still in position with Olaf in the site. He found Nitro. Guardians rotated back with the op. Stan getting Olaf though, and Guardian tag to 4 opens up a chance for a plant. The problem is that the bomb's down behind the cart. Neither of them have it. They'd have to go back for it, and Guardian's quickly going to realize that, right, well, maybe not. Smoke's going to beat him to it.
Oh, he's brave though, isn't he? I thought he was going to push that smoke with 4 HP. I don't think that was required, but the bomb will be planted. They do have a chance of this one. They've recovered rifles, low HP Guardian. It's going to take a lot with no utility as well. We've got Stan and Twist trying to prove themselves here. Surely that's a free frag. Guardian, bit of a misplay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see whether they can recover this now.
No kill for Guardian as a result of it. Twist now left 1 versus 2. Fires for the long one. Knew Kerrigan was approaching but couldn't react fast enough. 15-0 for Kerrigan, who is going to make it 11-0 for FaZe by getting the defuse.
11-0. One of the first 1v1s I can actually recall so far in this first map. Oh my god, map. 15-0 for Kerrigan. He's not died yet. What?
It's not bad.
He's got God mode. 12 rounds in and you haven't died. Oh dear, oh dear.
It's, yeah, not at all the start we expected from Liquid. And again, they started CT side in both affairs that they won this map. Their T side left it close in both cases.
Oh dear, well, they do get a full buy here once again. Rain aggressive towards the apartments this time. Bomb down at T-steps, and Stanislaw and Nitro trying to ascertain some basic map control towards Banana. Legion Twist doing the same thing towards apartments. But I like this little crossfire we've got from Olaf Meister and Rain. It's looking pretty disgusting, and oh my god, it is! Both headshots come through. The tag team duo prevails, and they'll fall back as well with a 5-on-3 obtained.
Stan with flames at the feet falls back. Nothing more further they can do at every possible approach. They're either shut down by bullets, utility, or just simply, I mean, I don't know, call it bad luck at this point. Nico takes out Stan. Kerrigan, bounce flash up. Orange is 1, pops out.
He's not going to die, is he?
Oh, no, it's over. I'm sorry. I wanted the perfect game. He will not get it. However, Guardian does close out the round. They may still get it as a team as we sit at 12-0.
That's the one thing Kerrigan's going to be disappointed about this game so far, that he did eventually die. That's this kind of sets the tone. Lovely crossfire, as I pointed out. That was going to always work out for them. Liquid just didn't see that coming. I liked that a lot. And it will be 12-0, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Another full buy available with the loss bonus. Orb comes out, no head armor for JDM, but 4 AKs around him. They pretty much have to buy the rest of these rounds. They can't lose 12-3 at this point, or 13-2. They have to make sure they pick up these last 3, and I don't think that's going to happen. This could be the 15-0. Still, Nitro 1 for 12. Twist 2 for 12. Stanislaw stepping up a little bit. 3 kills in total. Some decent damage inflicted through the smoke there by Stan. Takes Nico down to 48, but he needs to start finding some frags here to really convince me this round's going to be theirs.
Olaf checks toward the hallway, and there's no one at the other end of it that he'll get information from, but they'll sit back toward Boiler instead. Kerrigan smokes off auto sniper, why not?
Okay.
Just go all out. I think in the world of gamers, which Chad refers to as the WOG, he calls it the DAC.
I like that. It does work.
The Secret Society.
Round number 13. Nothing really picked up by Liquid in terms of the round so far. They are getting towards Banana. Some basic control picked up here. But Matt, they've got 1 smoke, no flashbangs. How do you get to a bomb site here with nothing? 1 smoke for CT spawn, and Rain's boosted up as well. Oh, I'm fearing the worst of them. How do you even flash him? You've got nothing. Here we go. Deep breath. Don't even check the boost apparently, but there it is. Nitro gets his first, and it will be Nico to find him at the same time. The DAC doesn't work out as JDM finds the 3rd frag.
Kerrigan dies in the last rounds. So too to see in this one. Oh, the auto sniper that gives the Liquid their best chance, except that Nico's still in the back of the site. And he's got accuracy. He's got.
Oh my god. Get off the server.
He does not even need full ammunition. Give him half. Give him 15 bullets for the AK at this point in time. I think he used about 7 to get all of those kills and cleans it up. Keeps things perfect for FaZe. 13-0.
He just deletes 3 of them. Oh, that's so good. There's nothing you can do against this. This is why he's considered the world's best player. This third kill as well. What a monster.
I'll say one of. I think Cold we've established is still considered, but Nico is damn close when he's on form, and that is impressive in the third as well against Elige.
Good lord. Just when they got an opening. At 3-on-2. Nope, Nico's there. Round number 14.
That gap. Guardian. Oh. Thinks about it. What do you do at this point if you're Liquid?
I think you just think about the next map.
Yeah, get this one over with.
You just have to think, well, that one's over. You got pistols again, but there's a chance. Guardian gets caught out, or does he? Takes down Nitro. Flashback is a good. Can't find the close run exchange, but Rain's there to pick up the pieces. Still, Liquid are fragging, but that might be all they do. Elige, not known to be an AWPer, got that on his back. CZ in hand as well. 3 versus 1, hoping for a mistake to be made. Gives up the fact he has the AWP. They know exactly where he is. He has got a low HP player towards a pit. That's all off my stuff.
Problem is he's split decision because he knows that Olaf's tagged, so he's trying to get the pistol toward him, which he does put a smoke out to do so, and that's exactly the play he wanted. The problem is the Kerrigan pushed the smoke knowing that he was doing it based on the information call. 14-0. And Henry, I hate to break it to you, we go to overpass next. That has been Liquid's struggle this weekend as well.
It really has, you're right. Yeah, this is a perfect map pool for FaZe Clan to open things up, and what I've seen so far, this is looking like a 3-0. Liquid just haven't shown up at all here on the T side. Inferno's been one of their better maps. That's when they've looked great, especially, I guess, on the CT side more so, but they're not going to have a chance to show us what they're made of on that side of the map. 14-0, potentially 15. They do get a full buy here to close it out. Has to be 14-1. The only way we can obviously build up some sort of storyline that a comeback could be on the cards. You hate to see this in grand finals, but 14-1, we have seen it recovered before.
Guardian still watching the same position. Kerrigan not only gets a kill on Nitro, he burns Stan alive from the grave, even though Stan got him down.
Attacks up JDM apparently as well.
JDM's got to be careful because Guardian's been spamming and watching that position. If he's going to peek it in return and Guardian still had the angle held, oh, he did tag him. He did get a shot onto him. It could have been a massive problem. Palm still down toward Banana. Elige versus Nico if he were to take it that direction and try and win over the B side on his own, but Guardian slowly panders back towards CT. Can rotate. Rain will sit back and wait toward Boiler. In fact, they're going to boost toward Quad, which makes things even more arduous on the other side because as soon as they walk through, Olaf's there to support. Good shot, JDM. Wins on Guardian. They go above smoke. Flash. Oh, the flash timing. It's almost decent because Rain, although go through the smoke, gets them and shuts it down. I was going to say, if Rain didn't get those 2 kills, Olaf lost vision. They killed Guardian. They had a chance to wrap at the arch. So 15-0. 15-0 in a grand final best of 5. FaZe starting off on a map that Liquid has won twice this weekend.
I don't think I've ever casted a 15-0 in a grand final before. This is the first. Oh, the crowd will make one. Well, I would say that's very likely at this point. Liquid look dejected and uninspired right now. I can't really tell you any positive signs of life from them. No one fragging at all. I think it's Elige has been left in about 5 3 versus 1, so get 1 frag, and that's pretty much as good as it's got. 15-0 for the FaZe Clan. I think if you're Liquid, just let them have it. Just take it. Get the 16-0 over with. We'll look at the next map.
This is like almost mind control because they've swayed the Liquid fans so silent. It's like the crowd is completely turned and Stan desperate to do something behind the bags with Elige. I did cast a 16-0 final last week, but that was because one team just decided not to show up.
We won't have to, by the looks of things.
Liquid maybe have shown up. I would say better late than never, but that didn't apply last week either, so.
Just to know, it would have been the first ever 16-0 in a grand final.
Well, that's been denied. Liquid get 1. At least they salvaged that because that's a hard thing to live down if you are the only team to ever get swept in a full completion of a map in a grand final, especially in a grand final such as this. Nitro's even laughing it off.
I think you have to. If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yep.
So, you know you're not going to win this. I think you're aware of that situation, but let's get warmed up. We've casted this before when one player has been completely removed from a map, and then they start getting back into NEC and finding some form, and then they can look, okay, well, now I've got warmed up, I've shaken the nerves off. Next map, I can use this. A few rounds I've had just to try and work my way into the game.
I'm calling it, Henry. We're going to go 15-15 overtime.
It can happen. Can happen.
It'd take a miracle. Damage is done early on. Nico, Rain, and Olaf tags. Stan, good peek, takes out Nitro. I always want to call him Nico Nitro. Time to stare at the first and last letter and go with it, but it's Nico instead that goes down. Twist holds off on pit bomb, dropped on the balcony. Twist goes out first, third, Guardian falls, and Liquid looked to, oh, okay. I was going to say take the round quite convincingly, but then Olaf showed up and decided otherwise. He's still well removed from the bomb, to be fair, in a 1 versus 3.
Just to note, we didn't force buy fully into this round. FaZe Clan, they did keep about $1,000 per player, so they're still looking at the bigger picture. They don't want to give everything away. They want to make sure they close this out as early as possible. One of my, see if he can find a kill with this MP9. Obviously, that's another $600 in the bag on top of the 2 kills he's already got. Problem is, 21 HP, very unlikely he does much more. There's 20 seconds, just wants to die at this point, as funny as that sounds. If he survives after the round timer expires, he gets nothing. So in he goes. Swiss takes him down, 15-2 comes through, and they're still smiling. They're doing the fist bump still, Matt, so jovial at least, and already accepted their fate. But at least made it less embarrassing.
Oh, that second shot, just, it's a piece of art.
Felico, yeah. Nothing really to write home about. Maybe just a rush banana.
If you could pick between Olaf and Guardian, the 2 players that have joined FaZe, if you could only have one of them return to their peak form and the other stay kind of where they have been, who would you rather?
I don't think anyone's...
Hang on, because it's interesting, and there's a trade back. I will get to it. I thought it was going to be a straightforward round, but apparently FaZe have a little bit of ground to work with, so Twist has pressure. Needs to get both.
Oh, the bomb's down.
That's a bit of an issue. They'll rotate over. They still have the man advantage. I take that back, actually. What am I saying? They've lost the second man toward B, so this is actually very promising. As Nico does fall to Nitro eventually. Olaf on low HP, but he's going to flank. No armor. Kits for both. If he wins this, yes. Okay, not only did they lose the entire game, but it's a way to do it. Nitro's gambling with it! That is a gamble when he's on low HP, but Liquid survive.
It was good you stopped me there, Matt. That definitely got very exciting indeed. Olaf Meister with a chance to close it out on a full eco. That would have been bizarre. But not meant to be. He definitely damages the economy of Team Liquid.
So same question now that we've got a second to talk about.
I think there's been tons of riflers that have taken the mantle recently of like potentially the world's best mechanical. I don't think there's been many AWPers that have ever been on Guardian's level at his very best. So I definitely want Guardian at his peak form if I had to choose between the 2.
Well, there you go. Because I miss the glory days of Olaf's freedom, but it's Liquid that's fighting for theirs on North American soil. As Twist gets another kill, but Kerrigan's fast to get in behind JDM, who opened off the kills. Still, Liquid have a chance with the man advantage. They've got to be careful of the smoke that's down, and Kerrigan continues on in good form. When he's rolling as well, that's very scary because now they've got the bomb back, and Elige won't quite catch them getting to the bomb site, but he may put himself in a good position to play off of Nitro. The old duo, the old guard, to try and shut down FaZe. Guardian as well with the WP.
See ya.
Digged up, but finds Nitro waiting at Moto, and Elige, his position's going to be found out because the timing is such that Kerrigan should immediately stare from Graveyard in the corner toward exactly where he's coming from, all to play for. Guardian not spotting the right way. Elige not either, as he thought it came from Pit, but if he wins this duel, chance to find it, not quite. 16-3 in the end. A little bit of hype, at least for Liquid in the end, to salvage some pride, but overall, that was a complete stomp from FaZe.
Absolutely, not really much you can say about that one. A 15-0, it could have been the first ever 16-0 we've had in a grand final in CSGO. Luckily, Liquid avoid that fate, but it's fine, it's a best of 5. This is what they're for. You can make fumbles and still have time to recover, so it's not at the end of the world, but I have not been impressed by Liquid whatsoever. No one showed up. We didn't see that tactical prowess, and it looks like FaZe are going to bulldoze them as we move on to Overpass as well. But Matthew, I think Liquid need a break. We should probably take 1-2 and work out what map number 2 is going to bring for us.